So if you go over to Tylea's channel there and check out her little link, she's doing Call of Dragons. So give her some love and help her out. There you go. That's her right there. We love Tylea. So, but good morning, Wolfish One. Good morning. Good morning. And by the way, I tweeted it out this morning. For the next 30 days, we've got our own little sponsor. I've actually partnered up with Factor, which used to be, I don't know, some of you may remember way back in the day. I mean, like a couple years ago. I used to get Freshly meals all the time. Well, Freshly sold their business to HelloFresh. And it became that. It became Factor. And I've partnered up with Factor for the next 30 days. And up to 50 people can sign up, get 50% off their first box. After that, there's no obligation to get any more boxes, but you get up to 50% off your first box. I think it works out for like the 6 meals. It works out for around, I think it's around 40, I think it's about $42 or $43 for a first box. Usually they run right around 80-ish. So I guess it's about $40 for your first box. But it's only good for the US. They don't do any out-of-country stuff. But I personally loved it back when it was Freshly. I haven't tried the Factor ones yet, but I am gonna be ordering a box and opening it up and trying it here on channel. So gonna do that. But we're gonna have a sponsor stream on Thursday. That's gonna actually be the sponsored stream. But right now we got all of the the proper links up and all, the little codes and all that sort of stuff going, because you have to have that going. So yeah, well, Factor's only available in the US, unfortunately. Factor, well, HelloFresh Vindictive Minx delivered some meals accidentally to my door before. Freshly, the one who turned me on to Freshly was actually Hadrian. Hadrian turned me on to Freshly, God, like 4 years ago or something like that. And I was getting Freshly meals for probably a year and a half, 2 years before they sold their business. And I understood they sold it. I just never, signed back up when it got sold. So I was like, I saw this offer come across my, come across in Stream Elements, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, I know something about this product. I mean, I think Hadrian turns you on, period. Well, if you haven't checked it out, boys and girls, Hadrian has a brand new, speaking of Hadrian has a brand new series of Civilization. He just started up. Now is the perfect time to go over, give Hadrian's channel a sub, find his videos for the new Civilization series he just started up of Civ 6. It's a Civ 6, a Civilization 6 game that he just started up on his YouTube channel. The premiere just happened the other night. The premiere is like, I think 56 minutes long. The second episode dropped today. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet because I got up and I was doing all my stuff and my tweets and everything like that. But yeah, the second one just dropped today, so it's a perfect time to get in on it if you haven't done it already. So, but yeah, if you use my link to go to thefactor75.com, use the code, my code factory 36505, you get 50% off your first box of Factor products. That's and you can get anywhere, I think from 6 to, I think it's anywhere from 6 to 15 or 20 meals per box. But the meals come already pre-prepared, ready to go. You can heat them up in your oven or in your microwave. I'm actually going to try to heat them up in my air fryer and see how that goes. But I have to get my box first. So, but we're partnered up with Factor for the next 30 days till I think May 17th. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty low-key, sponsorship too. I only have to do like a 1-2 hour, fully sponsored, talking about the product all the time. I figured I would order my box, and when my box arrived, that's when I would do the sponsorship, so I could open the box on stream, show everybody the meals, and all that sort of stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those, it's a really low-key one, Wolfish, because there's no game to play. there is a cost involved, you know, with the viewer having to buy their first box. You know, it's about $40. It's about $40 if you get a box of 6 meals. But it's good food. I really like the food. I'm sure the quality's probably the same. I enjoyed the food a lot when I ate it before, and I think I probably will again. So you know, I'll check it out. We'll see what's what. But the nice thing is, it's really low key. So yeah, it's like, why not do it? There's no harm. If I can get 4 or 5 people to be interested in it, great. If I get nobody to get interested in it, well, you know, that's how it goes. So anyway, we are going to get into what we're interested in right now. Enough about sponsorships and that sort of stuff. We're going to get into what we want to do right now, which is some Long Dark. We're going to be getting into our Signal Void Loper, which soon we can probably do it on an actual interloper file, because they're going to modify it and tweak it and make it so you can't play it on a real actual interloper file, which is awesome. So we're gonna do that when it comes out on actual interloper. But until then, we're doing a custom interloper. All we did was turn the medium to turn the loot to medium, and so that means we're just ignoring stuff that would not normally appear in interloper itself. Right now we are in. Where are we? Oh, we're in Mountain Town. Oh, and guess what? We just found the bunker in Mountain Town. And it's empty. But we just found the bunker in Mountain Town. But it's an empty one. There's nothing in here. Where the hell is this bunker? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Oh, this is the bunker. This is the bunker that I thought would be on the other side. So that way is the plane crash over there. There's the bunny rabbit area down there, and then that path leads down to the Grey Mother's house. So this bunker was empty. The cave, there's the cave over here. This cave back here that leads to where the bridge is with all the cars and the bear and stuff like that. That's back over here. And this prepper's cache is down here on the way to Grey Mother's house. Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. Now, we actually found the aviator's hat, which is really cool. We found the flight jacket, which is pretty nifty, too. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. So they're gonna be, they're bringing Interloper they're bringing Interloper into the Tales from the Far territory, which is great news. All right, well, I guess we're gonna head to Hush River Valley. That's our next goal, because we got to investigate the signal there, investigate the signal in Bleak Inlet. So let's go do that. Hey, only true man bear pig, how you doing? I have not found the hockey jersey. No, I have not. I have not found the hockey jersey. Oh, and why do I have? No, we're not doing another 24-hour stream. I was so tired the other day. I did not take that off of my overlay. So let's go into the main game overlay here. I'm gonna leave that up. I'm gonna leave it there, but I'm just gonna hide it. Boop. There we go. Bye bye. Yeah, no 24-hour stream today. Jeez Louise. I'm not looking to kill myself anytime soon. Jeez. Jeez, Atheenon. What is this? Create and edit your overlays, widgets, and alert. What is that? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat. I'll have to look into that. Stream Elements has some new stuff. Anyway, now's not the time. If the jersey says Toronto Maple Leafs, rip it up immediately. It's cursed. Wow. Tell me how you really feel about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tell me how you really feel. Not big into the Toronto Maple Leafs, I take it? They have great golf scores. Oh, so they're good at golf. I see. I see. Well, that looks like a cool. I'm gonna have to check out. They have this new thing on Stream Elements called My Elements. I'll have to check that out at some point. It looks like a way to make like alerts and different little animation things that pop up. Oh yeah, this guy has an energy bar and a knife. I'm gonna move the energy bar a little bit closer to him so he can live a little longer. There you go, buddy. Stuff like that energy bar I'm not picking up because it technically isn't an interloper item, so. Things that aren't interloper items I'm not using, I say. Alright. But, so today, let's see. So I got the schedule down below. The schedule's all set for this week. We got Long Dark today. There's some Dyson Sphere this afternoon. We got some Hogwarts later on tonight. Now, tomorrow we have the Long Dark, or State of Decay to start out the stream. Our State of Decay run is doing really well. We'll probably be finished up with it in the next, like, I don't know, probably this next 3 weeks or so. And then we will have some Planet Crafter tomorrow. In addition, we will have the Hunted for 100 Days tomorrow evening. Now, Wednesday is going to be a little bit different this week. I'm still doing stream loots in the morning on Wednesday. Good morning, Cool Milk. How you doing, bud? How's it going? We're going to be doing stream loots in the morning on Long Dark. But then in the afternoon, Survival Fountain of Youth comes out on Wednesday. So in the afternoon, I'm actually going to stream, which I usually don't do. But I recorded some extra Witcher 3 episodes this last week for YouTube, so I can afford to stream on Wednesday and not fall behind on that series. So we're going to stream on Wednesday with Long Dark in the morning, and then in the afternoon we're going to be doing some Survival Fountain of Youth, which is coming out and being fully released that day. I'm doing really good, Cool Milk. We had an amazing 24-hour stream on Saturday. Absolutely banger of a stream. Had so much fun with all the games we played, all of which will be going up on YouTube within the next couple of days. And then I took yesterday off and just kind of chilled, kind of got my feet back underneath me, because 24 hours for an old person like me is tough, but it is doable. But then again, I'll be doing another 24-hour stream, not this next Saturday, but Saturday following, in celebration of my birthday. So we'll have a big birthday stream. Now, on Thursday, we'll be doing Long Dark in the morning. And then we'll be doing Medieval Dynasty in the afternoon and more Long Dark Hunted for 100 Days in the evening. Friday, I do need to figure out what's going on Friday because sometimes time stuff has shifted for our D&D group, so we're going to be doing a D&D on another day. I don't think we're doing it Friday, so I think I'm going to take Friday morning and do some video editing and stuff. And then Friday evening, we'll be doing the stream team fun on Friday. But I may stream on Friday afternoon, maybe some Survival Fountain of Youth or something. We'll see how the time looks. So I kind of left that ambiguous and vague. And then Saturday and Sunday, like usual, we'll be over on the YouTube side. We'll be streaming on YouTube at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is 11 Eastern. And we'll be streaming Long Dark there Saturday and Sunday morning. So hopefully you can come by and join us for that on the YouTube side. And then on Saturday, we'll be switching over to the Twitch side. And we'll be doing some Small Land, which we've been having a lot of fun with Small Land. And then I'll also be doing some Stellaris that evening as well. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing some Escape the Pacific. And Gameslift now has his mic, so we'll also be doing some Sea of Thieves on Saturday evening, which should be a lot of fun. So, full week of streams, boys and girls, and this whole week, and for this next month, we're being sponsored by Factor. You can click on my link in the description below. You can, or in the about section below. You can also hit up Factor in the channel and use that link there to order your first box. For every box ordered, you get, for the first box you order, you get 50% off. You have to be a U.S. resident. You cannot have had or used the Factor product before. You can have used the HelloFresh because it is the same company. HelloFresh owns Factor. It used to be known, the Factor brand used to be Freshly back in the day. It was the brand that I used quite often. I haven't used Factor myself, but yeah, if you use my code, get 50% off your first box, and it does help support the stream, and you get some great food out of it too. So it's great. It's all pre-prepared. Comes in a little tray that you can take the stuff out of, put it into your oven to heat up. You can also heat it up in your microwave. You can heat it up, I hope, in an air fryer. I'm gonna try the air fryer on it. I'm very curious to like try the air fryer on it and see how that works. I think it will. I think it will. So, but yeah, Factor. We partnered up with Factor for this next month, which is really kind of cool. So it's kind of funny because back in like what 2020-ish, I think, or so, I had actually approached Freshly and been like, hey, I really enjoy using your product. Would you have any interest in, in having me, in sponsoring me for it or anything like that? And I never heard back from them, which, is how it usually goes. You don't hear back from people a lot of times. But I actually approached them about it, and here I am 3 years later, and now they approached me with under their new label of Factor. So I guess everything comes full circle. Everything's meant for a reason, or happens for a reason. So pretty cool. But okay, we're gonna get back into the little cabin here. We'll get our sleep tonight. We're going to get rested up, and then tomorrow we're going to head into the Hush River Valley, and we're going to start exploring in there. We're going to start, we're going to look for the, we're going to wait for the Aurora and go get our signal. Go get our signal void taken care of, because we do have our transmitter. Or we can find the caches and the hatches. The caches and the hatches, baby. What's Signal Void? So Signal Void is the new thing from Long Dark Zorn. Signal Void is a tale, basically kind of like a little mini adventure within the open world survival game. There's 3 distinct bunkers that you have to find out in the world. You have to find these transmitters and fix them with, I don't know if I have any on me or not. No, I don't. You have to fix the transmitters with 4 things. You have to put a fresh battery in them. You have to, I will, Nora, in just a second. Hold on, you broke my train of thought now. You have to put a fresh battery. You have to put some, fresh, pipe in it with scrap metal. You have to use some wires and some I can't remember, what are they called? Circuits? Transmitters. There's 4 things, and I can't remember what the 4th one is. The fuses. Thank you. See, you got my train of thought out, and then you got it back. So thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunately, Nora, that's just the standard message they tell you to copy, and that's the one that they copy and paste. I can't do anything about it. I have to run that exact one, or I can't do the sponsorship. Now my own personal command, my own personal chat command, I can change. The timer command, you have to use the one that they give you, or they won't honor your sponsorship. I can, in my own personal one, though, I can do this for my own personal one. There we go. That I can do. The default timer though, that's something that they set up, and they require you to run the exact one that they give you. So unfortunately, I can't do that for that one. I just have to remind everybody that's for U.S. residents only. It's part of their. Let's just be honest. Most places don't want you. They want people to go there, so they figure, well, some people will go there, and then they can ask, why isn't it available for me? And at least they see our product. So, yeah, unfortunately, the bot message I can't change. I can change the one that you type in ! Factor for, because that they don't require you to even have. I just like having it that way. I can just put it in there. Hey, Marius, how you doing? You're finding wires and scratching your head. Yes, the wires are for the transmitters. Or for the, for the transmitters. There's a transmitter here in Milton. There's one in Forlorn Muskeg, and there's one in Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley, I bet you can guess where it is. It's by the radio signal tower. Here in Milton, it's also by the radio signal tower. In Forlorn Muskeg, there's several signal towers. It's the one on the Moose Overlook up there. So it's up on that Moose Overlook one. So, yeah, I don't know, Honora, why the Factor one is only U.S. I don't know why they restrict it to just the U.S. Like, fresh, maybe it's just that, the only thing I can figure is that Factor's kind of a newer thing, but the only other thing I can figure is, like, with HelloFresh, they're just sending you raw ingredients, and in Factor, they're prepared meals, so maybe that makes a difference as far as what they can ship across country lines. Or maybe it's just Factor isn't big enough yet, so they aren't like going international. They're just going, U.S. only at the moment. Maybe down the line they'll go international. Don't know. Negotiator, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, my friend. But either way, it's just one of them things. But, I'm happy to have them as a sponsor because, it's like, that's a great, we've had some great sponsors, and this is like going to be our longest one. And it's kind of exciting. So, and it's nice and low key for the next 30 days. So, it's a low key sponsorship. Yum, yum. Luckily, we're going to Hush River Valley tomorrow, and that's going to give us a lot of cattails. Hush River Valley, you could live off the cattails alone there if you wanted to. You don't even have to worry about it. All right. So, for everybody coming in, we are on day 29. We have carcass harvesting at 2, cooking at 4, fire starting at 2, archery is almost at 3, mending is at 2. Ice fishing, rifle, firearm, revolver, gunsmithing, we found some Polaroids, but we found three transmitters so far. The Forlorn, Muskeg, Forsaken Airfield, and Mountain Town. We haven't found any of the actual, we haven't investigated the signals in either, but we are on a sort of an interloper file. So we aren't really wanting to risk the wolves as much as we would, say, on Stalker, which we found that was a bad idea anyway, because the Stalker wolves ripped us to shreds. But, we are going to have to risk the Aurora, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to do. And Factor's only letting us do it in the U.S., by the way. Oh, I can sleep a little bit more, can't I? Yeah, let's sleep a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got our bear hide and our guts curing there. We've only got 4 arrows on us, so I think what we're going to want to do is we want to make some more arrows at this moment. Because we have some shafts. We're going to spend a little bit of today making arrows, because we can't go into Hush River with only, what, 5 arrows on us? That's just not going to work. I think I can make, how many arrows can I make? Oh, I can make 6 arrows. Okay. Well, that's good news. That's very good news. Okay, we have another birch there. All right, so let's see. Do we? Yeah, we got a lot. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of teas. I've got a whole bunch of teas to drink, so we're gonna drink down some teas. There we go. We're gonna make. Let's just make like 4 arrows. That should give us like 9, I think, total. Hey, look at that. Gave us archery 3 as well. All right, so we got a birch in there. Let's throw these in here. Let's throw those in there. Did I leave? What did I leave behind? I must have left my... hacksaw, my pry bar behind. Probably because I was thinking I was going right to Hush River Valley. I was kind of surprised I didn't have my pry bar when I went for that trunk. So, is it possible to find these bunkers by chance without the radio? I mean, I don't believe so. I don't believe they actually are there without the radio. But I'm not 100% sure. I've never tried to find one of the bunkers without the radio. So I'm honestly not 100% sure if you can find it without the radio. They are there, but you cannot interact with them. Oh, okay. So you can find it, but unless there's an aurora. It's sort of like, you remember in story mode, there was that one bunker that you had to wait for an aurora so that you could access the keypad on it. It's probably the same sort of thing with this. You have to have the radio to be able to trigger the bunker itself. So you can find them without the radio, but you can't interact with them. Because without the radio, because when you find the bunkers, Negotiator, they basically look like a big bank of snow. They don't look like a normal bunker, but it looks like a clump of snow. Yeah, but you can't actually interact with it. So, okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense then. But how you doing, Nognud? I hope you're having a good one, my friend. All right, off to the Hush River Valley, and maybe tonight. Now that I'm nice and rested, maybe tonight we'll get an aurora and just be able to get this bunker in one go. And we still have all of Hush River Valley to explore too. So what's there not to like, right? Hi, bunnies. I wasn't gonna shoot you, Mr. Bunnies. Doing good, folding laundry, waiting to pick up wife from work. Got you there. you're the hubby in the holding pattern. Can you still get a hunting knife in HRV? I believe they took out the hunting knife as well as the pistol. From what I've heard, they're both gone now. I'm actually playing on Interloper, a custom Interloper, so I will be able to get both of them, because on the custom Interloper there's a lot of stuff because loot is all set at medium, but I'm ignoring anything that is not a Loper piece of loot. Like found knives, hatchets, guns, any of that sort of stuff. The food, the clothing that's not interloper, I'm just not paying attention to it. It does give me more overall loot on this level, or on this difficulty with the loot set to medium. But as of right now, until they institute, because they are going to bring tails to interloper, which I sort of said all along they were going to do. But they are bringing tails to Interloper, and when that happens, you'll be able to play on a pure Interloper file and be able to play the tails. So, but right now this is the only way to get the tails and have it be semi-interloperish, because right now tails are tied to the loot, the overall loot table, and it has to be set at medium or better to access them. If the overall loot is set on low, it won't access it. But good morning, Turkey Bacon Club, which sounds delicious right about now. How you doing today, buddy? How's it going? What about acorns? I don't know. I don't believe the acorns spawn again. I've heard mixed reports though. I have not gone back to check on them. I've had a couple of viewers say, yeah, they respawn sort of like the birch bark does. But I had another viewer say adamantly that they did not respawn, period, at all. I haven't gone back to look at for any of them, to be honest. For me, the acorns are kind of meh. They're an okay food source, but to make a 4-set prepared acorn, you have to prepare the acorns first. Then you have to cook them in a half a liter of water to just get the food part of it, which is it's decent food. Like calorie to weight ratio is really good because you get almost 400 calories for it that weighs like 0.13 kilos, so it weighs a little more than it weighs less than 3 cattails and gives you more food than that. So it's pretty good food to weight ratio, but the thing is that it takes a bunch of water to make them, and then the coffees are kind of meh. You have to have a heavy hammer to crush them into coffee grounds, and then the coffee takes another quarter liter of water to make. So now you've used 3/4 liter of water to make one coffee, and the coffee that it makes is a fraction of the effectiveness of regular coffee. It's a lot of hassle for very little benefit, especially when there's in my opinion, there's easier ways to get and gather food and to have, I'd rather pick the rose hips and the mushrooms, every rose hip and mushroom I see, and just make up rose hip and mushroom teas. I've heard some people. I had a guy say on YouTube, hey, well, later on in the game when you've run out of coffees and stuff, it's great for an energy boost. And yeah, that's true. But honestly, late in Interloper, I'm usually not using a lot of energy to begin with. I'm out of coffees and I just kind of go about my day and don't really worry about it. I don't really push on Interloper a lot anyhow, so I don't really usually run out of energy very often. I just think you should be able to roast the acorns without water. If you could just cook the acorns, maybe you have to do it in a pot. You couldn't do it in a can. But if you could just like roast the acorns without water, I could see them being a more viable thing. But having to use, it's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. That's the thing that just annoys me, I guess. Is that it's just a lot of water for very little reward. I just need to get a food source here. I have cattails, but getting a good food source here never hurts. Yeah, and the fatigue reduced on him is just kind of meh. I mean, it doesn't give you the it gives you a little bit of energy back, but it doesn't give you like that fatigue reduced benefit that you get from actual coffee. Yeah, it doesn't give you the plus sign. Yeah. I mean, it can heat you up. It can warm you up just fine, which is great. But it doesn't really do a lot for you. Otherwise. Yes, I'm picking up every rosehip, every mushroom. We're trying to get to level 5 cooking here. There's my deer. Where's my deer at? He ran off and died somewhere. Wow, it's actually +1 out here. It is almost nighttime, so I guess that does make a difference. Gotta track this sucker down. I hate them when they run over here. It's sometimes so hard to find them because this area is so... There's so many hills in this area that they can just disappear behind one and you'll never see them. And it also runs the risk that a wolf came over here and ganked him too. I could have shot him, and then the wolf found him and went, oh, I'm gonna eat him instead. Oh, great. And so now the blood just disappeared. You gotta be freaking goddamn kidding me. And here comes the blizzard. Welcome to Interloper, my friends. Welcome to Interloper. Wow. Wow. Just wow, game. Wow. Swear to God. At least the blizzards in this zone make a noise. Unlike Forsaken or unlike Forlorn Muskeg, where they're completely absolutely silent. Well, they make a little noise, but that's about it. They don't actually sound like a blizzard's going on. Well, how annoying.
I'm too cold.
I'm too cold to think. Well, then don't think. Oh, man. How annoying. Yeah, this blizzard sounds in Forlorn are completely scuffed. Well, we'll head back over to the cave here by the, by Stair Steps Lake. I guess we can always come out and look for the wolf, or look for the deer when and if the weather clears up. Can't believe that. You're tracking down a deer and the game's like, yeah, nah. First I'm gonna make the footsteps disappear, and yeah, now all the blood's gone too. Have fun with that. Have fun with that stuff.
I'm getting tired.
Hey, it's a light show. Need to start tuning in more and touching up on my survival. My survival skills finally made it past day 3 of my last run. Full on sprinted into a bear in Mystery Lake. Tired of restarting every day I get a chance to play games. Well, you know, it's just it takes time. There's no shortcuts in the long dark for sure, Turkey Bacon Club. No shortcuts at all. It all just takes time, energy, and just kind of sticking with it more than anything. Persistence in this game is very much the key. You just got to keep going, not let it get you down. You're gonna die. You just got to, I mean, you have to accept the fact you're gonna die at some point and just be okay with that, you know? Just be like, that's the way it goes some days. I was gonna sleep for like 3 hours. I don't need a lot of health back, but I do want to see if it gets colder. It could get very cold, so I don't want to get too cold. Okay, it's fine. Weather's fine. The weather started getting rough. My tiny ship was tossed. By the way, I was watching a long dark clip montage on YouTube and saw a clip of you finding that huge birch bark. I almost spat out my coffee. Oh yeah, isn't that great, birch bark? It was like big enough that I could make a house out of it. My last run, I just made arrowheads and got ambushed by a wolf, nearly smashed my keyboard. Been there, done that, Zorn. Been there, done that, my friend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That I've always broken Interloper into parts. The first 10 days is just pure survival. If you can get past that first 10 days, then you can start worrying about stuff like a forge run. Now the next 10 to 15 days is a whole nother thing. That's the time that you're going to start running out of food. You're going to have to make a forge run. You're going to need to get your bows and arrows and all that sort of stuff lined up, ready to go. That means skinning deer in those first 10 days and getting some rabbits and getting guts and hides down is kind of important. But then that next 10 to 15 days, up to day like 25 or 30-ish, that's like your next like hurdle to get over, to get the successful forge run done, get your knife, your hatchet, your arrows, and then get back to wherever you need to make bows and arrows and stuff like that, and some skin clothing. And that's, of course, all dependent on, you know, how much food you have. And if you're not in an area that has a lot of cattails, you're going to be starting to run out of food at that point. Your food supply is going to start drying up. I mean, I've had sometimes when I've gotten to that stage where I'm like running on my last, you know, few cattails, and I get back to the Carter Hydro Dam to make my bow and arrows, and I literally have to make a bow, like 2 arrows or 3 arrows, go right into the ravine and go hunting because I'm completely out of food. That has happened before, and it's one of those things where if you don't manage it right, it can really kick you in the ass. Which forge run? Oh, your very first forge run. You know, I usually try to make it sometime in the first 25-30 days to the forge for the first time. Now, there's been some runs I've done where I haven't gotten to the forge in the first 25-30 days. But more often than not, I get there within the first, you know, between day 10 and 25, I've made my first forge run. Sometimes there's not a reason, though. See, that's the thing, is like, I struggle to make my forge run early if I have no birch, no maple, and no guts curing anywhere. Because I'm like, well, if I don't have any of that stuff curing, what's the point of making a forge run? Because the main point of making a forge run is to get arrowheads and your knife and hatchet so you can make a bow and arrow. The knife and hatchet are great to get, but at the same time, they're kind of worthless without having, you know, the materials that you need to make your stuff with. So I a lot of times struggle if I haven't found a hacksaw early or something like that. I sometimes struggle justifying to myself going to the forge early, even if I have a heavy hammer, going to the forge early just to craft stuff. Sometimes I'll look around a little bit longer, try to find a hacksaw, at least get a maple down, at least get, you know, a few birch down and ready to cure before I actually make that forge run. For me, it just makes sense. I'm comfortable enough now living in the world without a bow and arrow. You know, as long as I got my bedroll and stuff like that, I'm comfortable enough living in the world without it to wander around till I find it, to make it worthwhile. I think I hear the crows. Yeah, the crows are off in this direction here. Right now, I'm all about finding that deer. Yep, there's crows right there. Hopefully that's my deer. Maybe it's not. It looks like it might be out in the, that might be out in the river. Is that really, did my deer really maybe despawn during that storm? 'Cause that is not my deer. Son of a biscuit! Oh, that's not my deer! Damn you, game! Hey, our bitter Dan, I'm gonna say our bitter Dan. How you doing, our bitter Dan? I hope you're having a good day. Oh man, that pisses me off. I think our deer despawned during the storm. I honestly, truly think he did. Inflated beef, hello, hello. But welcome in, our beater Dan. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I generally play on interloper settings, but a lot of people in chat play different. How can you get past day 30 with no bow and no guns? You survive off the land. Cattails are your main thing. Cattails and teas. This is a game. This is a game that you have to travel a lot. You have to travel a lot in this game. This is not a hunker down. This is not a hunker down in one place and stick around that place for a long time type of game. This is a very different survival game than probably anything you've ever played before. Staying in one place in this game will not usually work out, especially in the higher difficulty levels. Nobody here but you and me, Mr. Deer. You, me, and Mr. McGee. Just put your head down. Put your head down. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You little bastard. You did not go down. You son of a biscuit. You son of a biscuit. I already lost one arrow. Oh, and now we get a fog storm. Of course. Of course. Of course we do. Well, it's showing one deer killed, so I think I did kill that deer. I just can't find his body. Oh my god, are we gonna have another track that we have to follow? Another track down, I guess? But, hey, Wizard, how you doing? But yeah, cattails are sort of your main, especially in Interloper, cattails are your main food source. In lower difficulty levels, Pilgrim, Voyager, Stalker, there's enough man-made food to keep you going for a little while. You will have to hunt at some point, but generally there's enough food to keep you going for a while in that game. As long as you keep traveling around, you'll find the food. Well, unfortunately, my deer tracks just disappeared, which makes me worried. Did that deer actually die? Nope, still says one deer, and now the blood has disappeared too. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking goddamn kidding me? I understand the blood disappearing when there's snow coming down, but it's a freaking fog storm. Oh, and then there's blood here. So which way is this blood going? Oh my god. They really need to work on that before. They need to work on that a lot. Alice, hello. I'm sorry, Hinterland. I like that you have tracking, but see now, like, the blood just disappeared again. So did the deer come up this way, or did he come down this way? I don't know. I don't know. Because they just, the blood just randomly disappears off the screen. It's like, unless you stick to it completely and ignore everything else. Oh, it's just very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I think he ran up that hill and he came back down that hill. Because that hill's kind of a dead end. But doing good, Hallis. I'm doing good. Okay, we got tracks now, which means we're getting closer. Let's check the deer cam. Yep, he's dead. He's dead now, so this blood will probably disappear soon. Because he's dead now. And it always seems after they die that the blood and stuff disappears very quickly after that for some reason. I don't know why. Like, his death signals the blood disappearing quick. Oh. If he hadn't taken my arrow, I wouldn't care. But the bastard took my arrow. Well, we hear the crows, so that's a good sign. There's sometimes bears around here. Not really. No, this down near Stair Steps Lake. There's probably not a bear here, but I'm just gonna be on guard. I'm gonna be on guard. If I have time to switch to my bow, I'll have time to fire my bow. If I don't have time to switch to my bow, I'd rather be able to point and shoot with the flare gun. Good lord, where the hell did this deer go to? And again, the tracks now disappear. Oh, here they are. What, did he stop bleeding? Did he get better? I'm getting better! Oh, there he is. God dang. Swear to God. This deer was a major pain in the ass to find. At least he died somewhere I think I can harvest him. Oh my goodness gracious. All for a frickin' deer. You know, at least the bears have the decency to charge you when you shoot at them. So they don't just run off and die somewhere. Well, I guess they do run off and die somewhere sometimes. But generally, the bears don't just run off and die somewhere that you can't find them. At least they have the decency to die where you can see them. Come on, little fire. Come on, little fire. Put that in there. Put some of our sticks in there. There we go. Or a moose, yeah. All right, let's, we'll quarter this guy. There we go. Bears are honorable, yeah, they're honorable. Well, the thing is that they've made, so what they've done in this newest update, Zorn, is there's two kinds of deer now. There's a male deer and a female deer. The female deers have less meat on them, or they have about the same as a small deer used to have. They usually have 6 to 8 kilos on them, but the male deers have like 10 to 15. Well, if you notice, these each have 4 kilos apiece in them. The bags now have more meat in them than they used to. They used to max out at around 2 kilos of meat per bag, and now they have more in it. Oh, it's a small deer for 3/4. Oh, gotcha. Why did you blow my fire out? Rude. Rude. Oh yeah, it's I didn't know it either until I harvested a deer one time, or no, a bear one time. I got 4/4 out of it, and they were all like 16 kilos apiece. I was like, what the hell's going on? It was very weird. We're just nursing the fire at this point. I know, they're changing the game on me. Changing it up, baby. Gotta throw another stick on there. There we go. Get the last of that out of there. That should do it for us. Then we can then we can walk back to where we were.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, we're kind of heavy. And we got a little ways to go, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time had by all. Damn deer running all the way over here. What was he thinking? What was he thinking, boys and girls? Oh, I know what he was thinking. I'm going to be really annoying to Atheenon and run about halfway across the map, so he has to follow me all the way over to another place. Well, I'm way overweight. Arbiter Dan. I'm at 51 kilos right now. So I'm way overweight. I'm way overweight. What I think I'm going to do, though, is I think I'm going to drop some of this meat here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Astrid, you're such a drama queen. I know where that meat is now, so I'm gonna drop it there. Am I saying my character's fat? If you're saying pH fat, yeah, she is fat. She's a little chunky, I'm not gonna lie. She's a little bit chunky monkey. By the way, boys and girls, if you haven't, if you like Civilization 6, Hadrian just started up his newest series. His newest series, Civilization 6, is up on his YouTube right now. So if you like Civ 6, go check it out. Hey Tiffany, how you doing? Yeah, for this whole month, Tiffany, we are partnered with Factor, which used to be Freshly back in the day, but we're partnered with Factor for this whole month. It's only available for U.S. residents, but it's, you know, hey, it's what they offered. So I was like, okay, fine. So if you use my code, you can get 50% off your first box from them. There's no requirement to buy more boxes after that, but you can get 50% off your first box of meals. I'm actually going to be going and ordering my first box here today, and that way I can get some meals, open it up here on stream, show you what they look like, and maybe even have a few yummy meals myself. I used to get their service way back in the day when they were known as Freshly. Back when Freshly was, yes, they're prepackaged meals. Yeah, they're just like the Freshly ones were. They come prepackaged with a main course and a couple of side dishes in them, and you basically reheat them and eat them. And they're actually really good. I love their pasta dishes. Oh my god. Their pasta dishes were to die for. But, we're actually going to do the official stream for it here on Thursday in the afternoon, but we kind of got it going today just so we started the new week with it. But yeah, they're a prepackaged meal. They're owned by HelloFresh, which HelloFresh is the ones that, you know, you actually make yourself. They send you the ingredients and then you cook it up. You know, you have to chop them all up and mix them together and cook them yourself. These come prepackaged, all ready to go. They have lots of different options. They got gluten-free ones. They got vegan meals. They got protein meals. They got all sorts of different stuff. And I think the first box is about, I think with the discount, the first box is 6. Oops, shoot! And I just closed my window. God dang it! Dag nabbit! I think the first box is 6. With the discount is like 40, just a little over $40. Yeah, they got keto meals, they got veggie and vegan meals, protein plus ones, they got calorie smart meals, all sorts of stuff. So I'm curious to check it out when I go and do it. So Gaming Charlie for 28 months, baby. Hey.
Charlie 93 just resubscribed for 28 months. I got auto resubbed without even knowing. Jeff Bezos is stealing my money.
Good old Jeff Bezos. If you want to make sure that you sub yourself each time, you have to actually go into your subscription section. So look on your look up there for subscriptions. You'll have to go in there. You'll have to click on the subscription, cancel the subscription, because anything it's one of those auto renew type things. So you have to go in there and click it off. And then you can just you know, redo it yourself when you want to. I only have a few people I auto subscribe to over and over again. But yeah, you actually have to go in there and click it off. You must have forgotten this time. Yeah, I've done that before, and then I'm like, well, at least they're a good, you know, they're like you. I'm like, well, at least they're a good streamer, and I enjoy them, so I don't mind supporting them for another month automatically. I like to sort of have my own control over when I subscribe to people, though. I know the feelings very, very well. Hey, Imminent Orbit! Or, Gaming Charlie, since you are a Prime member, you could just use your Twitch Prime each month. And that way you have total control over it. Just like Imminent Orbit did. Woo! Thank you, Imminent, for that resub for 13 months as well.
13 months.
We'll give out double points, one for Imminent, one for Gaming Charlie, and thank you so much for both of the subs. I appreciate that very much. And if you guys didn't notice, we are being sponsored this month by Factor. Factor is our sponsor the entire month. If you use my code at the link listed below or in the link in chat, you get 50% off your first box. It runs, if you get 6 meals, it's about 40 bucks. And they're all prepackaged, ready to go meals. I really love that service. I used it back when they were Freshly a long time ago, and they got bought by HelloFresh, and I just never got around to signing up with them. So this gives me a perfect opportunity to try it again, see if I like it, and you know, if it's anything like the Freshly stuff was, I'll probably like the Freshly stuff. Or probably like the Factor stuff. Actually, Hadrian introduced me to Freshly way back in the day, because he used that. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. Grand Les, how you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my friend. I turned down the volume a little bit because I didn't get the thing there. Okay, so let's chomp down some of these real quick. We're gonna have to go out and get our meat. A hype train is close. What? We have 1:35. A hype train is close. We got the 2 subs in. Can we get 100 bits or another sub or a gifted sub and get that hype train on the tracks and rolling? That is the question right now, my friends. But thank you so much for both of those resubs. I appreciate that support so much. Do I use fire hardened arrows? I actually haven't had a chance to make any fire hardened arrows yet. I've been using up all my feathers to make regular arrows, and I have not had a chance to make any fire hardened arrows as of yet. You good just chilling today? Nice. Nice. Very nice. Oh, and by the way, boys and girls, I highly recommend you go check out our whole stream team, the Pause Fellowship. An amazing group of people. We just got our newest member just yesterday. I'd like you to go over and give our good friend Long Dark Forever, go over and give him a follow because he's a great guy. And he's our newest Pause Fellowship. There we go. Give him a little shout out. Is there a way to tell if an Aurora is going to happen in Forlorn Muskeg? I ask because I have to replay my winter mute because it got wiped with the update.
Oh, now I got that song in my head. Thanks.
Got songs stuck in his head. I get that too. But yeah, go check out Long Dark Forever, boys and girls. And by the way, Honora, you need to give your hubby a shout out because he's streaming now too. So gotta give him a shout out. Come on. Wolfish streamed this morning, as a matter of fact, boys and girls. I didn't get a chance to go check him out, but I want you to go all check him out and give him a follow. I don't know why it's saying I can't find him. There we go. Nope. Oh, it's got it's got that up there. Well, I don't know why. Huh. I don't know why it does that for some people, but not for others. Huh. And it's not letting me find his channel. Oh, there it is. There it is. I get to be his third follower. Haha. I got to be the third follower. I'm Wolfish One's third follower. There we go. See how I do that? See how I roll there? All right, there we go. I got it now. I figured it out. I can do things now. Okay, let's get a little more rest, and then we will go grab our meats and cook them. Because now we got the weight. We're only at 27 kilos because I dropped all my fuel. This is a total meat run. Actually, you know what? Let's make a fire. Let's make a fire. We'll cook up the meats here, or we'll start them cooking. We'll make a little bit of water. We'll make a little bit of of, actually, I hate those blue flares. I'm just going to use one of those, start the fire, save a match. Gonna make it in the cold section of the cave, out here. There we go. Okay, that's the cold section. Right out there. How many of those do I have? I got 4 accelerants, huh? Boom, there we go. But yeah, as far as telling if an aurora is going to happen, there's not really a way to tell, no. A lot of times, as it gets towards evening, you might start hearing the music that, you know, the, like, aurora sounds, like, before it gets dark. And that's a pretty good indication that one's going to happen really soon. But other than that, there's not really a way to tell if it's going to happen. That I've ever found, anyway. I've never really found a good way of telling if it's going to happen or not. A lot of times it'll just happen in the middle of the night with no explanation, reason, or anything.
Come on.
It just starts up. God, that flare's almost out. That is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it does have a little bit different color to it, not by much, but it does have a little bit different color. It'll usually be like reddish. It'll start to look like like an aurora is going to happen, basically. But it's really hard to tell. That's the thing. There's not like a real hard and fast rule. Okay, if this happens, an aurora is going to happen. Which, you know, is the best thing you can listen for is like the music, because it'll be like kind of you'll hear sort of the aurora music in the background. You know, that little musical noise it makes. You'll hear that in the background, and that's the best way to tell that one's coming. Alright, we'll make up some rose hips here. Oh, nice. A nice big piece of meat. I think I probably have part of that still on me. Yep. Then we'll make up some more rose hips real quick. Or some more mushrooms, I mean. There we go. I've been camping out at the Aurora Hatch in Forlorn for like a week waiting for one to happen. Yeah, and usually when you camp out, it'll never happen. It's that whole, you know, the watched pot never boils type thing. If you wait for it to happen, it ain't gonna happen. It's always like that. It never fails. Alright, let's go get the rest of our meat. We'll bring it back and cook it up. I think we still got some time on this fire, right? Oh, we only have 38 minutes. Okay. Let's throw a little bit of coal on there, just for the heck of it. There we go. Snow's out, bow's out. Let's go, baby. I'm afraid if I leave the zone and what happened, I won't be able to make it to the hatch in time. Yeah, I mean, usually auroras last for a decent amount of time, though. You know, if you have a bunch of coffee, you could definitely coffee your way back and just, like, you know, maybe go to Mystery Lake and do a few things and then come back or something. It just kind of sucks when you're waiting for one and it never comes. It's like waiting for a moose to spawn. You know, you just sit there, and after like day 6 or 7 of checking on the moose every single day to see if he's up, and he's still not up, you're like, you know what? Screw this. Damn moose is never showing up. It's like, God dang it, Mr. Moose, would you just appear for me? Same thing with an aurora. You're like, gosh dang it, aurora, would you just appear for me and get it over with? Hey, looks like our smoke signal is over up on the cliff above the there's birds up there. Did my deer really run all the way up here and die? Did it really run up all there's no body up here that I know of. My smoke signal's over there. That's cool. Yeah, right after you give up, then you're not in a position to do anything about it. Yep. It happens. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. It's like the game waits for you to give up, and then it goes, "Oh, now I'll give it to you." Well, that's just a body. That's new. I've never seen a body up here before. That is relatively new. I've never ever. See, there's a hunting knife there. I'm not going to use it, though. That I'll use. I have never seen a body up there before. That's interesting. Yeah, our smoke signal is... Oh, no. Our smoke signal is over by the other cave. Okay. I was thinking our smoke signal was through the cave that doesn't have the waterfall in front of it. The one... It has the wolf, but no, our smoke signal is on the other, is at the other one. What's my favorite starting location? It's either this zone or Ash Canyon. It's either this zone or Ash Canyon. Those are my two favorites. Blackman PL, how you doing, buddy? But how you doing? Hello, hello. But yeah, I really love a Hush River start. And Ash Canyon's not too shabby either. Yeah, well, you get the backpack, you get the crampons. There's usually, if you go to the hut above the fishing hut, if you go to that cabin above the fishing hut, there's usually a pair of combat pants, as well as a good a thin wool sweater. So yeah, it's a really nice start. And then the nice thing about Ash Canyon, see, is after Ash Canyon, you drop into Timberwolf Mountain. Now, if you're lucky enough to get a bedroll in Ash Canyon, which you can survive Ash Canyon without a bedroll, by the way. If you're lucky enough to get a bedroll in Ash Canyon, you can then go to Timberwolf Mountain, and you can summit if you want to right away. And there's lots of matches in Ash Canyon as well. But either way, you drop down from Ash Canyon into Timberwolf Mountain, and then you're off to the races. You go and get all the stuff in Timberwolf Mountain, and then you're set to go from there into Pleasant Valley, and on from there. So it kind of snowballs into a whole lot of good places. A whole lot of good places. So, I like it for that reason mainly. But yeah, I love HRV. HRV is just such a in my opinion, Hush River Valley is one of the best zones they have ever designed in the game. There, I said it. I think Hush River Valley is one of the best designed zones in the game. And the other thing about Ash Canyon and Hush River Valley that I like in both instances, the one thing that sets them apart from every other zone, or sets them head and shoulders above all the zones, is the cattails. There are so damn many cattails in both Ash Canyon and Hush River Valley. You don't ever have to worry about food. See, the reason I like Hush River Valley mainly is because of all the good early game loot you can get in it, and you can also guarantee that if you go to the smoke signal, you can leave Hush River Valley, drop into Milton, do all your stuff in Milton, and then you can go right into Forlorn Muskeg, and you can get a forge run done, because you're going to have a guaranteed hatchet or a guaranteed heavy hammer from this zone that you can then make your forge run with. So this zone just has so much going for it. So much going for it. It's insane. Boop-a-doop. Ba-doop-a-doop. I don't mind surviving without the bedroll. My biggest issue is learning the match spawns. Always seems to be a struggle. Well, that's the other nice thing about both Ash Canyon and Hush River Valley. The match spawns in both of these zones are always there. Even after the update, the match spawns have remained the same. In other zones, they're not that way any longer. Like the guaranteed matches that used to be in Pleasant Valley are not in the basement anymore. So if you go to the basement looking for matches, you aren't going to find them. So the matches in Hush River Valley and Ash Canyon, there's always at least 1 to 3 boxes of matches in the Angler's Den in Ash Canyon every time you start. And there's more matches as well at the mining camp, as well as the cabin that's overlooking the that overlooks the fishing hut in Ash Canyon. In this zone, you're going to get guaranteed matches down in the river, which we're going to go to soon. So you'll see those very soon here. And then there's also guaranteed matches inside the cave that has the wolf. So the cave that has Sketchy in it has guaranteed matches as well. So that's another reason these two zones are really nice for that. I'm gonna make a little more water because you know what? Having too much water, there's never too much water. That's just a fact. That's facts. Facts. The main trick with finding matches in Interloper is you need to search everything. You have to search every farmhouse, outhouse, doghouse, rat house, barn house, goofy house, whatever it is. You got to search everything. Every body, every container, everything. You got to search it all. If you don't search it all, you're missing out. So yeah, you got to search everything in Interloper to find it. All right, we got a nice little supply of food. Now in Hush River Valley, I call this my prep cave. This is my prep cave that I use in Hush River Valley. The main reason I use this cave is that direction up there, if you go out that way across Stair Steps Lake, is the exit to the zone. And this cave gives you a good jump off point to go down to Hush River itself, go into both of the caves down in Hush River, which are right over there and over there. And you can go through those to get to the rest of the zone. And this cave acts as a really good location to store hides, guts, food, fuel, because you can get to if you can get back to this cave, you got an easy access back out of the zone, and it makes your life just way easier. Makes your life way easier, and it's super easy to get in and out of this place. There is a bear that wanders very close to this cave that you have to be careful of. There's a bear that wanders over in this direction here. We might even spot him here. Yeah, there's a bear that wanders down over there. His cave is like up in that area somewhere. Like up in there somewhere. And then there's a couple of wolves that hunt over in this area. So you kind of got bears to the left of you and wolves to the right. But as long as you keep your stink from being too bad, they won't come over this direction. So if you got hides or guts, if you got guts or meat on you, you might want to drop it rather quickly just to not attract them, because otherwise they will come over here and try to eat your face. All right, let's cook up our. We got a lot of water, so let's cook up our teas.
I would drink almost anything about now.
I know you would, darling. We'll get you something good here. Oh, I got that can of food too. Let's drop that and heat it up. One thing about canned food is if you eat it down to a little tiny bitty bite, guess what? You can eat it down to a little tiny bitty bite, and you can still warm up the little tiny bitty bite and still get a skill up for it. It doesn't care how big an item is, as long as you heat it up. And see, it's already heated because it's only 0.01 kilos. It doesn't matter how heavy it is or how much is left in it. If you heat it, you can heat it up that way. Got Stone Age Sniper. Nice. Nice. Stone Age Sniper, I got it completely by accident, Tippity. Didn't even mean to get it. I just was throwing rocks at rabbits, and I got frustrated, threw a rock at a rabbit at a long distance, and it happened to hit the rabbit. And it was like, you got Stone Age Sniper. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. So, I've had people in the past go, well, how do I get Stone Age Sniper? And I'm like, you know, go gather up like 15, 20 rocks. Just keep hucking them at rabbits at long distance. You're eventually gonna get lucky and hit one, and then you'll be set. You'll have it. So I've got a feeling we're gonna get an Aurora tonight. I don't know why. I just have a feeling we're gonna get an Aurora tonight. I want to get all these mushrooms cooked up. I'm trying to level up my cooking skill right now. Let's see where our cooking skill sits at. Oh, we're like halfway through 4. We are like halfway through 4. That's like one bear away from having cooking 5, my friends. That's like one bear away from having cooking 5. And we're only on day 32. Cooking 5, all Cooking 5 does for you is it just opens up everything to you. It makes it so if you kill a bear or a wolf, basically anything that wanders around, you can just hunt. You don't have to worry about, oh god, I can only kill the deer, or oh god, I'm gonna have to worry about intestinal parasites if I eat the bear. Got tired of the bow jamming up and down in front of me. Oh, do I have no water left? Oh, wow. I used up all my water. Hey, Gaming for Life, how you doing? Did you get my message? My massage I sent you on Twitch? I was just seeing if you'd figured out what game you wanted to get. Didn't know if you had figured it out or not. So I sent you a message saying, hey, Gaming for Life, boys and girls, was the winner of the Wiz Bowman sponsored giveaway on our 24-hour stream for a free game off of Twitch, or off of Steam, of up to $100 in value. So now Gaming for Life is just, I'm sure, going, well, what one should I get? Which is always the trick, right? It's always like, oh my gosh, what one should I get? Figured I'd grab those since it's nice and warm out there right now. You know what we should do since it's pretty warm out here? Gotta go change tires real soon. Oh no! Not your tires, that sucks. Oh, and of course now it's colder. I was gonna go out and look for my deer. There's a deer somewhere out there who has an arrow stuck in him. And I'm pissed that he's got my arrow. Oh, you know what we could do? That's okay, we got more cedar. I mean, change for summer tires. Oh, summer tire. Oh, taking the studs off. I gotcha.
I hate being cold, because I really do.
Oh no, my water... What? Was my water already boiled? I'm so confused now. I'm so confused now. I need to harvest a few of these. So all we're doing is we're doing the signal void. It was boiled, and I just didn't take it off the fire. Wow. My brain was just gone, One Cute Viking. How you doing, One Cute Viking, by the way? We're doing the signal void on our custom interloper character. Now I'll take it off of there. Actually, you know what? Okay, I know you're tired, darling. I know you're tired. But we're gonna finish cooking up some of our stuff. I got a few more mushrooms to cook. But welcome in, One Cute Viking. How you doing today? How many more mushrooms do I have? I have 1 more mushroom and I have 2 coffees. Okay. There we go. We'll drink down some of these. Yes, I make every coffee, tea, everything. Really nice for getting getting Tails and Interloper this week. Yes, it's super, you know, it's super nice. Sort of knew that was gonna happen, but you know, I've been preaching that since they released it, and everybody lost their crap. So I've been preaching that for a while, but you know, I figured they'd get around to it. But it is very nice. Yes, it's very nice. All right, let's get some sleep, boys and girls. Now that we're super tired, I don't really need to sleep for my health, so I'm just gonna sleep like 5 hours, and maybe an Aurora will start. Yes. Wait. I saw green out there. Oh snap, it's gonna start. It's gonna start. It's gonna start. It's gonna start, boys and girls. Okay, let's sleep for like an hour. If we sleep for another hour. Is it not like... Oh, I'm so confused. Did the Aurora just pass? The Aurora just passed us by. I'm so confused. There were no Aurora sounds. I was like, wait a second. It's not full-blown Aurora yet. Oh, man. Seriously? Ugh. The sounds messed me up. I was waiting for the Aurora sounds, because sometimes when you get up and there's like an Aurora out, it's not actually an Aurora yet. It's just a visual thing. Oh, dang it. I have to give a minute to myself to be right with X Andy for the wait time for the tires. Oh yeah, just take a book or something like that. For U.S. residents only, we are doing a sponsors. We have a sponsor right now. The Factor is our sponsor. They are a service that delivers prepackaged full meals to your door every week. You can get anywhere from 6 to, I think it's 20 in a week, I think, with their service. I have to pull it back up again here. I haven't done the official sponsorship stream yet, but we are being sponsored by 6 to 18. We're doing a sponsorship with them where for your first box of Factor you can get 50% off on your first box of Factor meals. It is for U.S. residents only though. They don't have it available outside of the U.S. yet. So it is a little limited on who can participate, but yeah, Factor Alex Life will Factor used to be Freshly, Alex. They used to be Freshly. They then got bought out by HelloFresh because HelloFresh was looking for a pre-packaged type service that they could have. And so I'm actually going to be getting a box myself because I'm interested in starting that up again. I loved my Freshly meals. I really enjoyed my Freshly meals, and I want to get back into it myself because honestly, for me, I don't have time to cook. I'm not a cook. I'm kind of a heated up kind of person, and I know people love to cook, and that's great for them, but it's not for me. I like to be able to just heat it up and go. And now that I got my air fryer, I'm really excited to see if I can like do air frying with like if I can take it out of the container and put it in a like a dish or something and air fry it. So well, the factor meals for 6 meals would be, well, usually 6 meals is about $80, so it's about $13 a meal. With the discount code, it's about $6.66 a meal. 666, boys and girls, that's what it is. No, but it's $6.66 a meal with the 50% off code that we have for the first box. Honestly, it's not that much more expensive than buying food yourself. If you go to eat out at McDonald's, you're going to be spending. I mean, God, I went and got a regular type of meal thing at McDonald's the other day, and it was like $15. And I was like, $15 for a meh hamburger, some fries, and a drink? Really? I was like, really? You gotta be kidding me. No, no, it's going this whole month, Alex Life. That's why it's a great sponsorship. This whole month, we have the sponsorship available to us. So that code is good for until May 17th. So we have till May 17th to get it, to do it. So no, it's not a thing where you have to do it right now. The Star Trek one, oh, I was gonna get to that in a second. Sorry, I was excited about the factor one. The Star Trek one went amazing. Star Trek one went amazing. Gaming for Life. We got 10 of 10 on people getting to level 10. We got a whole bunch of people who got the second ship. We got a crap ton of people who got to level 5. It was a great sponsorship. It went very well. Yeah, my birthday is a week from this Thursday, actually. And then we're going to have the birthday stream on that Saturday. That Saturday, I think it's the 29th, I want to say. The 29th? Wait, whoa. Did I find my other deer? Hold on. I know that deer's down there. Oh, we got some more birch here, too. I'm turning the ripe young age of 53. And the nice thing, too, Alex Life, with the Factor sponsorship, is that all it commits you to is getting that first box. After that, you can cancel it if you're not happy, or if you're just wanting to, get that first box and help the stream out. There's nothing saying that you have to, order the first box. It's not like Columbia House where you get the first one at a discount, but you're committed to 6 more after that or something like that at full price. So you don't have to commit to anything beyond that first box. It's basically like here, try it out for, a discount. And if you like it, maybe you'll stay with us. If you don't like it, hey, at least you gave us a try. So, it's one of those where it's a nice. Oh, is that my deer? Is that my deer? We might have found the deer, boys and girls. I think we did. I think we did. We found it. Yes! We found it. Oh my God. Thank freaking God. I don't think I can build a fire here, though. I think it's too windy. Maybe it's not too windy. We found our other freaking deer. Found the other deer. I thought I'd lost that arrow forever. I truly did. I cannot express... I just put this fire down here. I just put this out here to see if I can make a fire. Now you're like, nah, it's too windy. It's too windy. So yeah, I mean, it's a good deal for me because they're willing to sponsor me with it for a month, and give me credit for anybody that signs up in the next 30 days, up to 50 people. And the other nice thing is on the consumer side. For the viewers, Factor is not requiring you to sign up for this one plus another 6 or this one plus another 2. All they're asking is you try them out for the half off price, And if you're happy with it, if you like it, they'd sure like you to stick around, of course. But there's no commitment on the other end, which is kind of nice. It's the first sponsorship I've ever done where they're specifically asking you to buy something. So you know that's always it's always a concern of mine, because it's like, oh god, now I'm like doing a sponsorship where my viewer base would actually have to like pony up cash up front to, you know, to support me and help me out, you know. Oh god, and then the fire went out. Are you freaking kidding me? So here's what we can do. The wind's not strong enough that it's blowing our fire out all the way. We can harvest a little bit at a time. If the wind knocks it down, that's fine. We'll just build it up again. We'll basically baby feed the fire. If the wind doesn't knock it down, we're totally good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Alex. That's the way I look at it too. For 40 bucks, you can get 6 meals. It's under $7 a meal, and the meals are really good. I used Freshly back in the day. All that happened is they got bought out by HelloFresh, and the name changed to Factor instead. And so I mean I know the service, I know the product already. And so I'm excited to try it myself. So I'll be ordering my own box here later on stream today. And then when it gets here, I'll be opening it up and showing everybody what it is. And letting everybody take a peek at it. Wow, 69%. Wow, this deer is like rotted. Wow. Come on. Oh, you piece of garbage. It's gonna get real cold real fast. Oh, of course, now the wind chills out. Now the wind calms down. Now the wind's like, oh yeah, by the way, you know that wind? Yeah, you know, I decided against it. I decided not to do it. Okay, no mag lens fire. You dirty dog of a game. You dirty dog of a game. I'm just gonna use an accelerant on it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna use an accelerant, throw some coal, throw a few of those on there. What's my favorite season? I love wintertime. I love wintertime. I hate summer. It's just too hot. It's just too hot. You can only take off so many clothes. You can only take off so many clothes. And you can always put on more clothes, throw on an extra blanket. I love the winter. Hey, Tylea, how you doing? Hello, hello. Boys and girls, there she is. There she is. Please go over to Tylea's channel. She was playing Call of Dragons last night. She's being sponsored by them. It's a fun little game. You can play on PC. I played it a little bit last night and helped her out. Oh, jeez. You could help her out too by going over there and downloading the game and playing it for a little bit. Please do that if you feel so inclined. I know she would love it. I love the warm weather because it's motorcycle. Well, see, and that's the thing. You have something you love to do in the warm weather. See, yeah, you got something you love to do in the warm weather. But yes, please go out and go over and check it out. She's a member of our stream team and an all-around awesome lady. So go give her some love, and please consider trying out the game. and maybe giving her a little love with it. I'm not sure where her goals are at the moment, but but she is approaching some of them, and if we can get her over those goals, that'd be awesome. Yeah, by the way, Tylea, you noticed I got the little Factor thing up there. For the next month, I'm being sponsored by Factor, so thought that's kind of cool. Oh shoot, I picked up the venison. I didn't, oh gosh dang it. But yeah, I'm sponsored by them for the next month. Now the only restrictions, unfortunately, there are some restrictions with Factor. The Factor thing is kind of restricted in a way. You have to be a U.S. resident to participate in it. The codes do not count outside the U.S. So that's one downside. Do I like it when it rains? I live in Oregon. I have no choice. Yes, in Oregon it rains a lot. Gaming for life, and I love it when it rains. You have to be a U.S. resident, and you can't have used the Factor. You can't have been signed up for Factor before. Now, you can have been signed up for Freshly, because Factor took over from Freshly when HelloFresh bought them out, which happened about, I don't know, a year ago or so. So you can have been a member of the Freshly group, and it doesn't matter on that end. So, all right. Well, we found our other deer. Today has been a good day for our character. Huzzah, huzzah! It's been a good day. But yes, Gaming for Life, I love it when it rains. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. I love it when it rains. Yeah, it wasn't a good day for fires. Very funny, Hallis. Very ha 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 ha. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. And by the way, speaking of cool things, Hadrian comes to mind. Look at that segue right into Hadrian. Speaking of cool things and cool people, Hadrian comes to mind because Hadrian right now just started up a brand new Civilization 6 playthrough on his YouTube channel. Hey now, I have never played Civ 6 before. I've never played any of the Civilization games. But I watched his first episode last night, and it looked kind of cool. It looked kind of cool. Oh, God, I got a kink in my left shoulder that I slept on my left shoulder wrong for some reason. Got a little kink in it. I keep trying to work out, so sorry if I stretch a lot during the stream. But go check out Hadrian's channel on YouTube, boys and girls. Awesome YouTuber. He's got great long dark content up there. Stellaris, Dyson Sphere Program, and now Civilization 6 joins the repertoire of games that he has available to watch there on the YouTube side. So, and I think his second episode, I don't know when it came out. Let's see. When did his second episode come out? It came out 3 hours ago, so that'd make it, what, 8, like 8 a.m. 9 to, so 11 a.m. Eastern every day. He'll have probably a new Civilization 6 video out there. So go check him out. Give him some loves, because he deserves loves. We all deserve love, but Hadrian deserves a special kind of love. Ladies. But yes, please help Tyla out on her sponsorship, and there it is right there. Oh, is that the actual link for it, Honora? I couldn't with my limited skills get that going. So there is Tylea's link, boys and girls, to her Call of Dragon sponsorship. If we can help her out, get her to her goals, that would be awesome and amazing. You're gonna see a lot more of that, boys and girls. All of us Pause Fellowship streamers. We're definitely going to be, we're trying to make our Pause Fellowship more of a co-op of streamers that help each other out, especially with things like sponsorships, viewership, and just kind of stick togetherness, you know? That's kind of our goal, is to make all of us successful in this sphere of streaming. And I don't want it to become a thing where we start overloading you with different sponsorships and stuff that we're doing, but I do appreciate it whenever anybody feels, you know, feels it to, you know, when anyone ever feels like they want to help out. So I do appreciate that a lot. 4 of 6 joined the alliance so far. Yeah, I still can't find your alliance, Tylea. I still can't find it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It makes me sad. As of now, 7 of 16 made it to level 5. That's awesome. And 5 of 16 made it to level 7. And honestly, boys and girls, the level 5 and level 7 thing is pretty easy to do. We're still trying to figure out how to join her alliance, because it doesn't appear all the time. But yeah, that's great though. Getting to level 5 and level 7 on that is awesome. I'm so glad so many people have been doing it. Yay. I have no more whetstones. That's sad. That makes me sad. I guess we can see if there's going to be an aurora again tonight. We'll sleep for a few hours, and then we'll get up and see. Come on, Aurora. Come on, Aurora. Usually you can hear the aurora. That's the thing. Usually you can hear it, and that's the thing that's confusing me so much. See, it doesn't appear to be making a noise. Okay, yeah, it's not making a noise. That's what's throwing me off, is there's no aurora noise. All right, let's go find this. I know it's over this direction. Oh, Jesus criminy. Let's get up to a high point here. I have the high ground. I have the high ground, Aurora Wolves. You cannot win. So basically, as you see above me there, see if I turn away from where it is, it goes down. You want it to be at the highest signal. There's 2 settings for the radio, Tommy. The one I'm on right now finds these bunkers that you're supposed to investigate. That's the only thing it finds. This one here will find caches hidden in the snow. And you want it to be as high a signal as you can get, and when you get close, it starts beeping. And the closer you get, the faster the beep goes.
Starting to feel numb.
And to interact with these caches, dang it, I should have gone down first. I should have gone down first. To interact with the caches, you have to have the radio in hand and the aurora going. Valor! Here it is. Yeah, blue is for bunkers, amber is for caches. And here is our first cache. Yeah, we found it. But how you doing, Valor? Hello, hello, my friend. Here's our first cache, my friends. Dang, almost got nailed by that. Few replacement fuses in there. Oh, this one has a workbench in it. Oh, snap a doodle frickin' day. What the hell? How did I not remember this had a workbench in it? That is totally rad. That means you actually have a workbench available in this zone now. Oh, that's too awesome. That is too freaking awesome. Hey, look, it's a can of spray paint in a locker. Yay. Got a sewing kit. Got some matches. Although those are matches that I can't really use. They technically don't appear on Interloper. So we're going to throw those matches back in the bin. Bye-bye. I'm not using non-Interloper stuff, so... What zone? This is Hush River Valley. This is Hush River frickin' Valley. Oh, a Summit Soda. I'll drink that down. Drink to its health. Alright, I'm gonna put this away real quick.
Session 14, Project Medical Officer interviewing Patient 7. Return to the first instance. What did you see?
It was at the beach. Just pictures in my head, feelings. One of those beaches where the sand goes way down to the water, no drop off. I remember a gray day and dark water, no wind, no waves. I was alone, looking around a lot. I didn't understand what was happening. What do you think when you're that little? Always wondered why it was that day, that trip, that stuck with me.
Focus on the ending. The final frame.
The final frame? What the... What the hell?
Just a little kid.
What? It's like, what the hell are they talking about? Cloth there, some crates. Ah, we got the ham! We got the ham, the ham, the ham. It has ham with cured with water, salt, sugar, sodium, phosphates, carrageenan, and smoke flavoring. Yum. Do we get some corn? Yes! We got the corn too! Yum. Yum. And a canned tomato soup. I'm not as excited about that, as you can tell. Another Summit Soda? Yum. Hey, Jendo, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Canned ham? I didn't know you came in cans. What? Oh, you're saying I'm a ham. I see. I see how it is. Well, that's fine. I sort of am a ham when it comes down to it. I am a little bit of a ham, I will admit it. Oh, another Summit Soda. Nice. Drink that one down, too, because I just don't want to carry it around with me. Yum! We found 3 sodas. 3 sodas. Oh, and a second pair of underwear, too. Something on the table? Yeah, there's something. That's this thing here. I'm not going to read it yet. I'm going to search everything before I read it. Because when you read it, I found when you read it, you want to make sure that you turn your lantern or light source off, because it will burn fuel out of your lantern. It burns fuel while you read it. So you don't want the lantern on while you're reading that thing. This is our first locker we've been to. This is the Hush River one, and we're searching. This is Bunker Gamma. Bunker Gamma.
The island hasn't been making our lives any easier. Hauling loads from the coast to the inland bases has been slow and costly. And people are starting to notice our operation around the airfield and mine. It's getting harder to stay under the radar. But the character of the locals, both here and far inland, seems in our favor. There aren't any helping hands. Outsiders get ignored and then forgotten. And we play the part.
All right. So that means this bunker is now investigated. We are good to go. Oh my. I break this down because one time I found something under the blanket. I broke the blanket down and there was something actually under it. Which was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, if he didn't crash where it happened, then you know, there'd be no story. There'd be no story if he didn't crash where it happened. Alright, let's get some sleepity boos. Is there something above the door? You mean above this door here? There's a radio. You mean above this door? Or are you talking about above this door? Are you talking about this above this door? Yeah, there's a radio up there. But nothing else. I mean, there's a cardboard box I could break down for tinder if I wanted to. How you doing, Jerry? Hello, hello. Hello there. Why, hello there. You know what we should drop in here? We should drop all this birch that I've been collecting. And the deer hide. And the guts. There we go. Wow, with the introduction of this place in Interloper, Hush River Valley becomes like... Wow. Hush River Valley becomes powerful now. You could live in this zone forever and never need to leave. Because you can craft in this zone now. As long as you have enough birch and stuff, you could craft in this zone now with the crafting with the workbench that's up here. Wow, that is like that. Damn, that is freaking wow. Wow. Can you fight a bear with your bare hands? You can with bare feet. Heyo. Hi, Crow. How you doing? But yes, yeah, you can't fight. You can't fight a. Can you? I can drink a beer with beer hands. There you go. You can do it with beer hands. With a beer. Well, I'm just gonna let this stuff cure here because why not? I can come back and get it anytime I want.
Surrounded by snow.
Once we have access to this place, it never goes away. We now that we've entered it, we don't have. It's sort of like the cannery and the workstation there in Blackrock. Once you've entered it, you don't have to have an Aurora to find it or enter it again. You can then enter it again whenever you want. You just have to remember where it's at. Wow, and it's a storm out here right now. Fabulous. Oh, look at that! There's even little doodads on it. That's cool. Well, there's a storm outside right now. There's a storm outside right now. I guess I can... Wasn't there a box? Oh, I guess I can break the cloth down. Let's break some stuff. Yeah, the weather outside is frightful. Yeah, holy stalker wolves are no joke. Yeah, well, it's not that they don't hit you as hard as they do on Interloper, but man, they hit you. There's a lot of them.
And snow.
There's a lot of them.
sleeps with his torch held low. The beasts will hunt by scent and sight. Atheenon sleeps to pass the night. When daylight breaks, Atheenon
Yes,
stalks,
indeed.
while the chat continues on with their talks. A howl rings out to pierce the day.
Yeah, there's a
Atheenon
lot of wolves.
hopes his shot won't
All right.
stray.
Let's map this up. I'll show you where it's at here. So there it is. Whoa, wow. That's big. That is big. All right, so the nice thing about that is that it's right here by the stair. That's actually the way out, right up there. And Stair Steps Lakes is right over here, which is where our other cave is. So this puts us in a perfect position. That is like a great bunker there. Damn, that bunker is hot. That bunker is hot, baby. I love it. Yeah, I did not. Maybe I just missed it when I went in there the first time, or maybe I just forgot. But I forgot that I didn't realize there was a workbench in that. That makes Hush River Valley like 10 times the zone it was even before. Now Hush River Valley is like the biggest drawback I always had. Hey, Guntech, how's it going? The biggest drawback of Hush River Valley was there was never a workbench here. And so you always had to leave the zone and come back if you needed to make a new bow, if you needed to craft more arrows, if you wanted to make a piece of clothing. Why does that stump look so different from all the other stumps? Is there a reason for it? I don't know. And now this zone has a workbench in it if you do the Signal Void tails, which gives it. See, that's the thing that Hinterland didn't realize is something like that. Even if that hatch was completely empty, if there was not one single item in that hatch, I would still do Signal Void on Interloper just to get access to it, just to have access to the workbench. I think that's the thing that Hinterland did not take into consideration. Is that Interloper players, we like those little tiny things like that. That just make a zone a little bit more habitable, a little bit more useful to us. I could care less if that hatch had anything in it otherwise. I mean, you know, it could be completely empty, and I'd still be happy. Yeah. A workbench in Hush River Valley. That is well worth having nothing in that hatch at all. I could care less what that hatch has in it. It's got the most important thing. It's got a freaking workbench. A freaking workbench. I'm very close to cooking 5. I'm right there right now. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. So a small fishing cabin with a workbench will make you happy? Oh God. If they added, I mean, the only thing that could make this zone any better is if you got to Monolith Lake and there was a fishing hut on it. If you got to Monolith Lake and there was a fishing hut on it, that'd be the only thing that would make this zone better. Yeah, this zone is definitely one of my faves. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Hush River Valley, I think, is one of the best zones in the game. I think it's one of the best designed zones, one of the best designed zones that they've ever made. I love the design of Hush River Valley. I love sort of the outdoor mountaineering kind of feel that it has to it, where you really feel like you're in the wild. You know, you got caves, you got a few indoor caves, but there's no like houses or anything like that you can duck into in an emergency. You have to rely on yourself. Well, I will agree to disagree, Nognund. I believe that at this point, Hinterland is way behind on everything. And to be honest, I mean, this is the cold, harsh reality, and interloper players get pissed.
Can stop me.
They get pissed when I say it, but the cold, harsh reality of the world is that interloper players make up the smallest percentage of anybody who plays Long Dark. And if they are in a tight pinch to get something out, interloper players are not going to be taken into consideration as much as getting the product out. That's just the cold, harsh reality of life. It doesn't mean that we're not important, because I count myself as an interloper player. Doesn't mean we're not important and that we shouldn't have consideration given to us. I'm just saying that if they're on a tight deadline, and I think they've overpromised at this point on a lot of the stuff they want to deliver, and I think they're going to learn a lot from this this DLC to never do that again, and to approach it a lot better in the future. But they I believe are way behind on getting everything done, and balancing it for interloper was probably their least concern. And I think also they took into effect that whenever they've released a new thing for interloper, like birch bark, which I remember back in the day, I saw a whole bunch of comments on the internet talking about how horrible it was they added birch bark to interloper, because how dare they make it any easier, and people were up in arms about it. And I have a feeling they were like, well, we'll just not put it in, because if we put it in like it is now, people, hey K-Matt, thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you so much for the follow. If they put it in with stalker loot, they would have just had a firestorm of people hating them for doing it. And for them, it was like, well, we'll see what people say, and we'll go from there. Well, but see, that's the thing. But see, you're conflating. You're conflating the avidness of interloper players to the broader market of people they're trying to appeal to. The interloper players make a small demo, but of that demo, they are diehard fans of the game, which is great. But at the same time, a majority of people who play the game, the casual players, are the Stalker, Pilgrim, Voyager players. They maybe make up, they probably have a 50-50, ratio between like diehard players and people who are casuals. I would say most interloper players are diehards for the most part, probably 80 to 95%, which means that we're very vocal and that we are very loud about things that we don't like. Where the casual player will just be like, oh, well, whatever, I just casually play the game. But you're conflating the diehardness of them with the overall number of people that actually play interloper. It's under 5% of the actual player base of the entire game play interloper on a regular basis. Now that group, like I said, is very diehard, very fanatical about the game. We are the core of the fanatic fans for the game, which is great. Which also makes us a pain in the ass a lot of times too. But like I said, I'm not discounting the importance of interloper players. I'm just saying that we tend to be a group of players that is not satisfied no matter what happens. If we don't get something, we whine and whinge and complain about it. If we get something that we deem is too easy and makes the game way better and way easier than it was before, we whinge and complain about it as well. We generally are a very loud, complaining group of people. And we have no hesitation making our will known to the Long Dark and to Hinterland. And I think that if they had come out, when I read the statement that they put out for adding it into Interloper, I was like, my first reaction was, why didn't they release this? This is what they should have released when they released Tales from the Far Territory. They should have released this statement, said, hey, we understand interloper players do want this in the game. We're under a time constraint right now to get the game out, to get the new update out. We've already delayed the Macintosh users. We've already delayed the console users. We are under a lot of pressure to get those out, as well as get the second part of Tails out. So for right now, we're going to hold off putting it in Interloper, but we are working on adjusting the loot, making it so it's more adaptable to Interloper. They should have said that from the get-go. Excuse me, Mr. Wolf. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. So, I mean, honestly, most of us Interloper players will never be truly happy with what they give us. It just is the way it is. I bitch and complain about stuff all the time. I complain about stuff all the time in this game. But, you know, it's one of those things where, I think the biggest problem Hinterland has, in my opinion, Nognud, is that Hinterland has a problem with communications. They need to hire a communications specialist whose specific job is to interact with the public, to communicate to the public what is going on in the game and what is going on with development. And Raph, I love you to death, but you need to stay off Twitter other than for personal use. You need to not be involved in the day-to-day discussions with the general public. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good. It does, I think, more harm than good. Because honestly, his statement about the Tales that came out right after, you know, it was released and the firestorm started and everybody got upset that it wasn't an the Interloper players got upset that it wasn't an Interloper. His statement right after that was not well phrased. I sort of understood what he meant, but it wasn't well phrased. And, you know, you say something not perfectly phrased on the internet, and people will find a way to take it wrong. Heck, they'll find a way to take it wrong even if you phrase it as perfectly as you possibly can. They will find a way to take it the wrong way. And his statement was not that well phrased. It just wasn't. And so he needs to find somebody who can be his communications manager, who communicates these things out. Well, and he needs to stay off Twitter, GunTech. That's what I'm saying. He needs to stay off Twitter. I'm probably not making a big friend of him up for right now, but I love him. But at the same time, he needs to turn those sort of things over to other people, and then anybody who approaches him about things, he needs to forward them on to his communications director and be like, this is the guy you need to talk to. He needs to stay out of that stuff. It doesn't do him any good. It does nothing but harm his product and harm his image, and honestly, it's just, you need to have somebody who has a thick skin, or who has a separation from a personal attachment to something, where they don't let their personal feelings get involved in it. And I'm as guilty of that as anybody. I get my feelers hurt when somebody leaves a comment on YouTube or something, you know, where they're bitching at me about something, or they're, you know, saying I suck or something like that. You kind of take it personally. Your first reaction, your knee-jerk reaction, is to fire back and go, well, screw you. Yeah, he has a very clear, he is the visionary. He is the visionary. Visionaries are not always the best communicators with you know, people that don't agree with their vision. It is what it is. But yeah, I totally agree that they need to, you know, I think they needed to, the statement they issued sort of post-mortem on the whole thing, they needed to be putting that out on the, they needed to put that out on the front end. I honestly think they didn't, because I honestly believe that they thought most Interloper players would be like, I don't need no story thing in my game. I just want to play it hardcore. I don't need them making my game easier than it already is. Because that's usually the stance of most Interloper players. It's like, we don't need nothing. We don't need anything else. We don't want it to be any easier than it already is. Wow, I did not get matches in here. That is a shocker. This is a custom, though, so that could mean that they're not in here. Because on Interloper, they're guaranteed in here. Oh, you'd be surprised the stuff I get on the internet, Turkey Bacon Club. You'd be surprised by the stuff I get on the internet. I talk too much. I babble on for hours about stuff. I just need to shut up and play the game. I thought it was cool Interloper didn't have it. Well, I think they didn't think people would care who played Interloper. You know, I kind of care just because I want to experience it. 23 wolves killed. All right, that's cool. I mean, I care because I want to experience it. I want it to be part of my experience. You know, and I think a lot of Interloper players want it to be part of their experience. We're gonna eat our canned ham, boys and girls. Yum, yum, yum. I'll even choke down some corn. Ham and corn for dinner. Yum, yum. Now, it looks like corn makes you thirsty. That's probably the salt that's in it would be my guess. But, you know, I think... I just don't think it was their major concern. I just don't think it was their major concern. I wish they had taken a little more... I wish they would have thought about it a little bit more. Honestly. I wish they would have put out a poll or put out an email to the players and said, hey, this is what we're considering. Would you be okay? Are you interested in having it in there or not? You know, I wish they had done something like that. I think they just could have handled the whole situation way better. I honestly don't think it's because they were being lazy. I honestly think they are way behind on their schedule. I think with this first expansion that they've put out there, I think they've overpromised in a lot of ways. I really, truly do. I think it's coming back to bite them in the butt. And I think they've overpromised in a lot of areas. And I think they're behind. I truly think they're behind the 8 ball right now. I think they're truly behind the 8 ball right now on a lot of things. And, you know, they'll make it right. They've given me no reason to ever believe that they won't make it right eventually. And so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I mean, in the, 7 years, 6 years? 6 years I've been playing this game, they've never let me down yet. Sure, they've pissed me off with a few things. They've changed a few things. They've made things that I've liked and things that I haven't liked. But overall, they've done a good job. God, I forgot I can't get across that. Son of a biscuit. Overall, they've done a good job with what they put in it. I haven't been unhappy yet. And we're gonna get, and in the end, we're getting Tails for Interloper, so, you know, and I think they learned from this. I think this first expansion, the way I've always looked at it is I think this first expansion for them is a learning experience. They've never done this before. Everything they've done before this has always been free. And so who could complain? I mean, and there were still people who complained about it even when it was a free add-on to the game. There were people who complained about shit. And now that they have to pay for it, God knows they're going to complain about it now if they have to pay for it. So it's even going to ramp that up to another level. And I think this first expansion is all good learning for them. I think they're going to learn a lot. They're going to tailor it for the next one down the road so they don't overpromise. They communicate better. They let us know what's going on. They give us a better idea what's going to be in Interloper, what's going to be in Stalker, Pilgrim, and Voyager. That, you know, what's going to be part of the free content, what's going to be part of the paid content. They're going to be a lot clearer going forward. At least I hope they will, than they have been already. Good morning, General Mom. Hello, hello. We're in Hush River Valley. We're in Hush River Valley right now. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good learning experience for them at this point. and they're gonna learn a lot. They're gonna learn a lot from this. A lot of, and you know, honestly, you learn. I have always been a believer that you learn more through your mistakes than you do through your successes. Your successes are great, don't get me wrong, but you don't learn a lot from them because things worked. You learn more though when things don't work. And you want you want things to, you know, work, yes, but when everything works, you don't really learn a whole lot. So I think they'll learn a lot from this. I really do. The improved HRV, yes. The improved HRV. Oh wow. Okay.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Interesting gear location. Interesting. By chance you go in for the prepper bunker too? I don't know where the prepper bunker is in this one. I don't know where the prepper bunker is. Does anybody know where the prepper bunker is in Hush River Valley? Because I have never been there before, so. Well, don't be holding back on us. I don't care about spoilers. Share where it's at, General Mom. Share where it's at. I'm guessing, here's my guess. It's either above, I'm not gonna look at chat. It's either above the exit to this cave up there by the lonely cave, the one that's down there that you can go out towards the exit. It's either there or it's up, probably up on the very top of the mountain, that overlook area. It's probably one of those would be my guess. Oh, it's the lonely cave? Oh, okay, it's the lonely cave. Nice. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of easy to figure out where they can be because they said they'd be in out of the way places. They said it'd be in the out of the way places. So I figured it'd probably be in one of those spots, like way up in an area that I've been before that's never, you know, in use or whatever. How heavy am I now? I'm at 47 kilos and I'm overweight? Do I have a sprained ankle or something? Oh yeah, I'm 2 kilos over, duh. How do I feel after my 24-hour stream? It took me a little while to recover, but, you know, I feel good. I mean, it's not that hard to do one once you've done a couple. No, it went really well. I'm actually doing another 24-hour stream, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday for my birthday. So it went great. I was a little loopy by the end of it. But no, it went great. And then I went and passed out and slept till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon the next day. So, you know, it went pretty good. The pizza was awesome. The mod pizza was... Thank you so much, Valor. I love that mod pizza. Mod pizza's one of my faves. And I meant to light this with my flare, not my fire striker, which was kind of awful. It's like, well, if it lights it, it lights it. I was so disappointed. Personally, I think it's one of the lamest places they can put it. I've ran into both my daughter and hubby, and they couldn't care less. Hey, at least you got it out. At least you got it out. You didn't hold it in. That's a good thing. You got it out of your system. You didn't hold it in. You're all good. So. It's probably all the fuel I have. I probably have a crap ton of fuel on me. Yeah, I have 19 coal and a bunch of stuff, yeah. I said I love the mod pizza. Thank you so much for the mod pizza there, Valor. I love it, love it, love it. Valor got me mod pizza on my 24-hour stream, so that was very nice. Very nice. It filled my belly good. I ate it all down. It was yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Speaking of yummy yummies, I need to go make myself a sandwich here pretty quick and get a soda refill, so. Wow, it's already 11:30. Holy crap. I did not think it time. Where's the time gone? But hey, at least we found the bunker here. We have to find the one in Bleak Inlet still, but at least we found the shiny bunker. And that one has a freaking crafting table in this zone now. Now the bunker we found in Middleton did not have it didn't have anything in it. It was empty. It's completely empty. But so I didn't go to Bleak Inlet. It's so early in the game. I didn't go to Bleak Inlet. I just found Bunker Gamma. I haven't gone to the Bleak Inlet one yet. That'll be another trip. That'll be another trip. I didn't have arrow. I fixed the tower up there early, but I didn't have a bow and arrow or anything yet. So, did you find the second channel cache? Oh, an HRV. You mean the like an actual cache in the snow? No, I didn't find it. I haven't had an Aurora since then. So, you're talking about the yellow screen, right? Not the blue screen, the yellow screen. Or orangish yellow, I guess. The orangish yellowish kind of screen, something like that. By the way, if you ever want a bunch of fir or cedar, here you go. Big old cedar limbs, big old fir limbs. You can cut them down for no problems. It's blue for the bunkers, yellow for the loot caches. Yes. Yep. The yellow one gives you the loot caches. Wow, we got so much crap on us. Drop that. We're almost down to weight. Wow, 93 cattails is probably weighing me down a little bit. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, the 93 cattails I have on me are probably weighing me down just a couple kilos. Just a little bit. Just a teensy tad. Murder fish.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I know you can't carry much more, but that's okay. There we go. Now we can climb up. Beep-a-deep-a-doop. It's shuttle run time. Wish I had something to put all this stuff in. That would be super duper nice. Didn't mean to have it sorted by weight. That annoys me. Oh wow, that doesn't weigh anything. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, we're at 25 kilos. That should be good enough. We'll go get a few things. Thinking about getting DLC once Tales comes to Interloper? Yeah, totally. They'll be doing that later on this week, as a matter of fact. It'll be coming to Interloper. From what I've heard. That's what they say. That's what they say right there. And hello, how you doing? Yeah, they look like time capsules, exactly. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I leave nothing behind, boys and girls. Nothing behind. Nothing will be left behind by me. How do you know there are no more supply caches in a region when using the radio? You don't actually. That's the thing, is like, you can't ever really know. I mean, eventually it'll become known how many caches are in a region. Like, I know for a fact that there's 3 caches in Forsaken Airfield. Now, there may be more, but those are the only ones. I found 3. I found up to 3. So, I don't know if there's, like, a specific number of them that are available. I don't know if there is a... Is there a tracking mechanism in here that shows the number of caches and stuff? No, there isn't. There's a note, transmitters, Polaroids. Yeah, there's nothing in there that specifically says the number of caches. So I don't know how many are in each zone, but the radio still works even if there's no cache around. Even if there's no cache around, the thing still works. Yeah, there may be one around, it just may be out of range. Exactly. Exactly. It just may be out of range. You never can tell. You just have to keep looking. Now, the nice thing is that the radio will beep. Even if it's in your backpack, the radio beeps if a cache comes within range of it. Now, the hatch, that is always on your radio. The moment you open your radio up to the blue screen, the radio does show which direction the hatches are. But the caches, you have to be within a certain distance before it'll start beeping on you. So the best news is you get to travel around a zone during an Aurora and just kind of searching for them. I don't know what the range is on it, but it's got a pretty decent range. And like I said, the good news is you don't have to have the radio out. If you want to wander around the zone, you don't have to have the radio in your hand the entire time. You could go and walk around with your bow, and then if you get in range of one, it'll beep for you. It'll just go beep beep. It'll give you a little beep and let you know that you're near the cache. So you don't have to have that radio out the entire time, because it is dangerous to walk around with the radio out and you come over a hill and there's a wolf. Now you have no defense because you have a radio in your hand. That zone has a lot of cloth in it. There's a lot of cloth in that zone, for sure. For sure, Zelda fan. There's a lot more cloth in the game than most people realize, I think. There's a lot of cloth in Long Dark. People are like, well, what do you do if you run out of cloth? And I'm like, I have never run out of cloth in the Long Dark. I mean, I've run out, but it's a matter that I just gotta go get more. It's not like I've run out. It's not like I've run out of cloth. I just don't happen to have any more on me at the moment, which is a huge difference. Oh, I ate too much of that. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Dag nabbit. All right, let's drink down a few teas. Because ultimately, you have all those pillows and old bedrolls inside the trailers you can break down. You've got the metal chairs which you can break down and get a piece or two of cloth off of as well. Like all those metal chairs in the Carter Hydro Dam, that's all cloth there too. You can break those down and get cloth and metal from them. Sure, it takes time, takes energy, takes effort, but it's doable. Totally doable. I'm gonna leave a little bit of this here, like most of it. There we go. And I'm going to leave all my sticks here. There we go. And... No. Gosh dang it. I forgot to unsort. I need to sort it by condition now so it stays on the same thing. I sorted it by weight for my teas, and then I didn't go back to condition. Alrighty then. Hey, there's oak trees up here. I was wondering where the oak trees were in this zone. I still don't have cooking 5, so I'm picking all of these. All of these are pick-me's. Haha. By the way, boys and girls, you probably see the little factor thing going on up there. We just started today being, for the next 30 days, we're partnered with Factor. You can use my code, which you can get up there, or you can get through that link there to get 50% off your first box of Factor. There's no obligation going forward from that. It's for U.S. residents only, and to use my code, you can't have been a member of Factor before. Factor is what used to be Freshly, now owned by HelloFresh. They renamed it Factor, renamed it, rebranded it, and now they're trying to, you know, get the name out there. So they were kind enough to sponsor the stream for a month, and if you use my code and get that first box at 50% off, they give me credit and compensate me accordingly for how many people sign up for it. And like I said, there's no obligation going forward. It's not like Columbia House where you get a good deal on the first one and then you're committed to 20 after, or buy another 6 or something like that. You can do it once, you can unsubscribe, you're good to go. But you get that first sample one at 50% off your first box. So I think you get anywhere from 6, you can choose from 6 to 18 meals in the first box. So you can go just for the bare 6, and I think it's like $40 at the 50% off. So that's like less than $7 per meal, which is pretty dang good, especially with the price of food any longer. Price of food is not cheap anymore. God, I went to the store the other day, got myself the basics. I got some bread, cheese, meat, eggs, and butter, and I spent like over $40 just buying that. I'm like, well, at least I can make some sandwiches, I guess. But yeah, it's like, good God. Going to the shopping, it's almost like I need to go take out a loan to go shopping for food anymore. Yeah, I got a stem. That's kind of cool. But I personally really like the I personally liked Freshly back in the day. How fast can you get to level 5 cooking not doing the 1 kilo meat or other exploits? Well, I'm right now on day 35, and I'm like that far away from getting it. So if I killed a bear or moose right now, if I really wanted cooking 5, I could have it right now. If I went and killed a bear or moose, I wouldn't even have to micro harvest them, and I could probably have it. I had cooking 4 by like day 22. So yeah, the supply caches are hard to get. The supply caches are weird on targeting right now. But yeah, cooking 5, you can get it by day 30 if you really make it your objective to get it. You could get it by day 30 if you really wanted to. If you really, really wanted to. You recently crossed 500 days barrier on Pilgrim. Nice, Zelda fan. Congratulations. 500 days on any difficulty level is a huge accomplishment. Because really, it's all about perseverance. It's sadly the same in the EU. Going to the store to get food. It's more expensive these days than it was a few years ago. So if you don't have a job, it can be hard. Yeah, it totally can. It totally can. It's not easy, my friends. It's not easy being squeezy, but yes. So yeah, Factor was kind enough to sponsor us for the next month, which is great. It's a nice passive type thing. It's the first sponsorship I've ever done where it's been an outright, hey, you're asking your customers, you're asking your viewers, your customers to buy something to support the stream. So it's something different than I've done before, because I have done a couple sponsorships so far where it was like, hey, it's a free game, you can choose to buy stuff in it if you want, but you can play it and help me out, and there's no cost to anybody that they don't want to incur. And the other one I got was for the Renfield movie that came out on April 14th, by the way, in theaters now, starring Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hurt. And Renfield was just a show the trailer, talk about the movie, let people know the day it's coming out, encourage them to go and maybe see it. I haven't gone and seen it because I just don't have time. I am planning on going and seeing Renfield, though. I haven't got up to the hunting lodge area yet, and we'll check on my way out for any more caches. I think the cache and Broken Railroad is probably going to be on that trail that goes from the hunting lodge cave back over to the maintenance yard. That's my guess, but it may be wrong. I didn't look for it when I was there, so. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to actually go on here in a little bit and order my own factor box because I want to get one. Because it's kind of funny that it's kind of serendipitous that it's happened because I personally have been wanting to get hooked back up with something like Factor for a while. It's just that, you know, I didn't have a chance to get, after Freshly, they didn't go out of business. After Freshly sold themselves to HelloFresh, I was like, well, I'm going to kind of like wait it out and see how it goes. Because, you know, when a company takes over another company, it always is weird. And so I was like, okay, I'll wait a little while and see how it goes and see what happens. And then Factor approached me and I was like, okay, well, let's go. I want to know if you would like to taste a real carbonated drink with some mushrooms from the Long Dark. Like to taste a real carbonized drink with some mushrooms, with the same mushrooms from the Long Dark. A real, like a carbonated drink that has reishi, like a reishi mushroom drink. I'd try it once. I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I'm game, I guess. I like mushrooms, but a mushroom drink, I don't know. I want to say yes, but at the same time, I'm afraid to say yes. Sounds like having to drink it would be a good goal on a subathon or something like that. I like my mushrooms in my burgers, and I like my mushrooms sauteed in a pan. I don't know if I'd like mushrooms in a soda. That's a hard sell for me. It's a hard sell for me. Oh wow, there's a plane over here. Holy crap. There's a plane over here. There's a plane over here, boys and girls. I bet this plane. I bet you can pick this plane up when you're on. I bet this plane picks up when you have the signal void thing out. Hey, there's an emergency stim in it. That bar I won't take. Hey, there's a couple suitcases. I got some socks. And a sweatshirt. I'm not seeing a prepper cache over here though. Did I miss the hatch? It might be on, yeah, it might be on the other side. I mean, it's sad this guy crashed right by the hatch. I mean, is there another door on this side? Yes, there is. So is the hatch not up here on the ledge with the lonely cave? There it is. There it is. Okay. Got it. Did you just talk about shroom soda? Yes, we were just talking about shroom soda. I know. This one is empty. Swing and a miss. Oh, it has a small plastic container in it. A swing and a miss. But hey, you know what? An empty cache is still a cache. An empty cache is still a place to hole up and warm up and sleep. It still has a bed in it. It has a box in it too. An antibacterial. Okay, let me pull a. Antibacterial, Reshi, relaxed and calm. Well, I don't want to be relaxed and calm. Let me look at the ingredients here. What's it got in it? And carbohydrates, proteins, water, elderberry. It's got elderberries. And your mother smelled of, and your father smelled of elderberries. It's good, but very light. I mean, I'd be willing to try anything once. I can't promise I'm gonna like it. Can't promise I'm gonna like it. Mine was overfull, pilgrim, and had a workbench to boot. Oh, nice. I mean, I can't promise I'm gonna like it. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if I'll like it, but I mean, I'm up to try anything one time at least. You know, I'm up to try anything one time, ladies. But can't promise I'll like it, ladies. Alrighty, let's get this in the bag. I remember looking at my old uploaded screenshots from the very early days of Long Dark. I kind of miss the old model for venison. Oh, the old model for the what, the jerky, or for the actual venison? The actual deer venison stuff. Gotcha. A DM idea. It's well, lava can be try one time too. Lava can be. I'm not sure what that means there. I'm confused. Now I'm just confused. This is my confused face. You can try lava once in your lifetime. Oh, you can try lava once in your life. I get what you're saying. I get it now. Okay, I was just very confused. But that's okay. I get very confused very, very, very often. How many hours do I have in Long Dark? About 6,000. Around 6,000, right about there. About 6,000, Kamet. Oh, it's leading me to the plane. It's leading me to the plane. It is the plane. So the yellow, see, this guides you to this here. Oh, is there a cache by the plane? Oh, there's a cache by the plane! Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. We found a cache by the plane too. That is too cool. Hey, Mr. Box, you can have your stuff back. Nice! I got the loots, baby. And look, we can even get in the plane and... I disbelieve that. I don't think anything will be working in this plane. Not in the state it's in. Not in the state that plane's in, and nothing would be working. Beep boop beep. Beep boop and bop. The beep, the boop, and the bop. That's what happens. Beep boop and bop. We haven't been in this cave yet. Who knows what we'll find here? Dog food. Little tomato soup. Hey, look, there's a box of matches. And a can. For which I need to make some water anyway, so that's a good thing.
This stuff will come
And
in
another
handy.
flare shell, nice. The loot on this is a little more than what I'd usually get. Because this is a custom interloper with medium loot. So there is going to be overall more loot anyway, but I'm not using anything that's not interloper specific. But I will be getting more overall loot than you usually would get. When we get to the smoke signal, there'll probably be a moose hide satchel there, but I'm not going to use it. So, because that's not something I have to make that. Yes, they are adding it to interloper this week, as a matter of fact, sometime. That is a coming. All right, so let's cook that. We'll cook up all the stuff we can. Even ruined peaches cook well. Even ruined peaches, baby. And my corns I can throw down to cook. Then we can throw this down. We can get this water boiled up that I have sitting here that I got that was unhealthy. And then we can make some teas here. All right, there we go. See, we got all the hard ways working now, my friends. All the hard ways are working now for us. We got the food cooking here. We got the teas cooking. We got the water boiling. We get that cooking skill up. We get that cooking skill up. We're racking the cooking skill ups up. Up, up. Up, up, up. Okay, so those are almost ready to go. All right, those are hot. That's boiled. Perfect. So now we're going to put 2 liters of water in there. Going to put a tea in there. There we go. Found the last blue light bunker out mapping, waited for an aurora, walked right over it, gave me the target dot, and I went, what? Nice. That is awesome, General Mom. Nice thing is you can always cook a tea up and prepare another tea in the meantime. There we go. Still 30 minutes till boiled there. That's perfect. We got a lot of rose hips. The technical technical baklava. Yeah, I like that. I like that baklava, especially when it's technical. I like it when it's technical. It makes me happy. I'm gonna drink this soda. Sodas, even if they're ruined, there's no chance of food poisoning from a soda ever. So even ruined sodas work very well for you. Go for it. Drink that ruined soda. It'll be just fine. No worries at all. It's not the grass green color. The one that makes you look like the Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. I think that was Oscar, right? He was the green one, right? The guy who lived in the garbage can. Still eagerly awaiting the Travois. The Travois. Yeah, the homeless one. Yes, the homeless one. I like the homeless one. I looked up to him. Back in the day. It's like, when I grow up, I want to be just like him. I'm too nice to be a crouch. Just ask my ex-wife. Just ask the ex. She'll let you know exactly where that grouch stands. All right, so this is at 0%. That is at 59%. So we'll eat that. And then we're going to eat this as well, because if we get food poisoning, it won't be the worst thing in the world. Have you ever used the exploit to get level 5 cooking faster? Yo, by micro harvesting and stuff? Oh yeah, I used to do that all the time. No shame in your game if you do. Cooking 5 is a wonderful thing. I just don't, I did it more out of necessity. I just don't find it necessary anymore. My food management in the game is a lot better than it ever was before. And so for me, I just don't find it necessary to do it, because I manage my food well enough that I'm never really running out. I mean, from the moment I start the game, I'm never hungry in this game anymore in Interloper. I don't intentionally starve myself ever in the game. Well, I mean, the biggest reason being that well-fed is just too good of a bonus. You get that 5 extra kilos of carry weight. That is too good of a bonus to pass up. You don't want to not have that. Which I like it when games do that, when they give you an incentive to do something instead of a disincentive to do other things, you know. I like it when they give you that. And we got cooking almost all the way to 5 already. I kill my moose in this zone, or I get a bear in this zone, we're at cooking 5. We're ready to go. Ask my kids, they know not to talk to mom first thing when I wake up, especially with no coffee. Yeah, I'm a grouch in the morning most of the time. I have never ever been a morning person. Never been a morning person. But yes, Yuriko, I have used that exploit before, and I don't think there's anything. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with using it. They've known about micro harvesting in this game forever. If they didn't want to have it in the game, they could do several things. They could make your cooking skill tied to the weight of items that you're cooking. Like, the bigger piece you're cooking, the more skill ups you get. Or they could just make it that you have to cook something of a specific weight before you can get a skill up. Like, they could say, they can make it weight based and say, for every 1 kilo of items that you cook, and it is cumulative, so if you cook 4 items that are a 1/4 kilo each, you cook that last one, that's when you get your skill up. The game keeps track of it. It would require a little bit of programming and stuff, and it would be different because every other skill in the game is basically based on your successes of doing a certain activity. But they could do it if they wanted to, because they've known about it forever. It's not like they don't know that people micro harvest to get their skill up. I just don't think they care. I just don't think I think they're like, yeah, well, whatever. If they want to do that, they can do that. How does it, and that's the thing too, is you can choose to do it or you can choose not to do it. It's not a thing that that you have to do to make your game successful. If you choose to do it, great. If you choose not to do it, great. I have personally chosen not to do it in most of my runs because I like the challenge of getting all the teas and making tons of tea and coffee and, you know, getting my skill ups that way. I think that's kind of fun. I think it makes it interesting. All right, so we have a lot of cattails on us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a lot of cattails here. There we go. Now we have a lot of cattails here. Yay. There we go. And let's fill up our lantern. I'm just looking for stuff I can drop. To this day, many games with cooking level 5 never eat wolf meat cooked to get my skill up, though. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, sometimes you don't even need it, really. So sometimes oh, I don't want to drop any of those. I wanted to do something with them. I want to go into here. So to prepare those things, you got to go in here, and you got to go into this, and you got to go to prepared acorns. And you got to crack some nuts. And then you can prepare up one. I recommend preparing them up as a large portion, just because the prepared acorn is not that big of a deal, and the large portion cooks up easier, and it's better to have it in a large portion. Make 4 of them into a large. It takes less time, or it takes less stuff, less water to do it that way. Okay, can I put my bedroll down anywhere here? There we go. I'm sure that's going to be a very good spot to have it. All right. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of today's Long Dark. We'll be back on Thursday with this character, also on Saturday and Sunday with this character. So Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is when this character is going to be played. Now, I may, I'm probably going to play this one through the entire Tales, and then we'll start an actual interloper character and do that as well. But for right now, we're just going to switch over